Hey everybody, I'm kind of recording this as like a candid sort of thing where it's like I don't know. I just want to make something where I just record my thoughts and just talk into the mic and just pray to God that people actually want to hear what I have to say because honest to God, I just feel like I'm kind of stuck in a rut. I just want to have people hear my voice and actually appreciate what I have to put on the table. And it's like everyone I know, they have like these people who listen to them and care about what they have to do and what they have to say. And meanwhile, I'm over here just sitting around doing nothing. Like I'm just stuck in my house, doing nothing because I can't get a job, playing some video games for a living. Or not even for a living. I don't even get paid for this. I'm just playing video games for no reason because I have nothing better to do with my life. And because of that, I'm just fucking. What am I gonna do? Like, what better do I have to do with my life other than just record what I have to say and just pray to God people like what I say.
Wow,
But
that's
I
great.
do.
You know, you
But
like incinerated it. Sounds
just
amazing.
I get it. I think I got that thing. Yeah, I got that done. Thank God. As I was saying, I just feel like you know I'm in a
Wheels.
situation
I was going
where
to
it's
ask
like.
you how you keep pushing through the festival playlist
You
when
ever
none of
listen
the
to that
music
Eminem
drops?
song "Lose
I
Yourself"?
suppose that's the whole point, isn't it?
It's like I'm basically in that situation right now where it's like I have to be successful, otherwise I'm a failure, or I'm gonna be stuck. Probably not as bad as Eminem in that song because like Eminem has to risk potentially a life of crime, but like even then I wouldn't even rule that out for me because my family has had a history of drug pushing and drug addiction, and it's like oh I have to do this, and I know this like this like fucking aggressive mentality is not something that's actually healthy. I know it's not like, oh, you got to be first. It's not. Oh, it's not a race or whatnot. But here's the thing. All right, my life is in a situation where if I don't finish first, if I don't finish first in anything I try, I'll always be left behind. So, just fuck it. I might as well just go all out. If I'm gonna fucking be in last place, there's no rewards for last place. There's no rewards for second. Only rewards for first. And I got wheel spin. I'm gonna go gamble. Let's see if I get these something decent. I see a Forza edition in there, and I get a fucking pitiful amount of credits. As is life. But like struggling with life is something that a lot of people do, and I know that a lot of people are just fed up with having to just be miserable all the time. I'm trying my best to be positive in this world, but given everything that I've been putting up with for all my life, there's very little I can be positive about. Like what what can I be positive about nowadays? Like oh I mean I have a girlfriend, that's something I can be positive about. I have a community that likes me for who I am, that's something I'm positive about. But it's like how long do I have until those things end up going? You know? And how long will it be until I end up getting replaced? If I'm not first, I'm last. I know that's a toxic mentality, but like in this world that we live in, it's kind of one you gotta adopt. And I just don't like that. I wish I could change it, but I can't. But on to something more positive. Well, I did get a new computer, so that's something I can be positive about. Trying my best to be positive here. This computer is a really nice one, all things considered, but I kind of feel guilty for having it because, like, I feel like I manipulated someone into giving it to me because my girlfriend bought it for me, and what happened was I was kind of in a situation where my laptop had broken. The laptop port had broken out, and the laptop charging port had broken out, and I really didn't have any option to repair it. So I was kind of fucked. I was stuck, and I didn't have a computer. Now, my phone was on its last leg, and it still is. It struggled with charging. The battery is leaking. I would estimate it has about, like, at most a year left in it before it ends up dying. Not to mention, it's a really fucking old phone, so basic functionality, like having YouTube on it, doesn't even work. I mean, like, all of that doesn't help, like, pace. So, what happened was, I was playing some fucking... I was watching YouTube. I wasn't playing anything. I was watching YouTube while... Actually, no, I was watching YouTube while playing, Call of Duty. And I heard about something called Bad Update for the Xbox 360. Now, for those of you who are not into the modding community, there are two types of mods. Hard mods and soft mods. Hard mods require physical modification to the console in order to work. And soft mods were something that didn't require that kind of physical altercation. You could do it from a console or a USB drive or a video game or whatever. And the way that the reason why Bad Mod was so special was because it was a soft mod for any model of Xbox 360, which was huge because the Xbox 360 was notorious for being one of the strongest softwares of all time. Like, it was impossible to crack. You had to get an RGH mod or a hard mod in order to get past. So I heard about it, and I was like, you know what? I want to try this out on my 360. But how was I going to download all the files? So I decided that what I would do was I had a modded PS3 from when I had a laptop. So I decided to, what I would do is I would use my phone, I would download the files, I would transfer them to my PS3, and then I would put them on my 360. Now, I didn't have a wire that was capable of file transfer, and my PS3 didn't recognize it as a media device to begin with. So what I had to do was download a F2P service, which is basically just wireless file transfer, and import the files to my thumb drive. And wouldn't you know it, because I didn't know how to format the drives, my thing got corrupted. And because my flash drive got corrupted, and because I got corrupted, I couldn't use it anymore, and all of my data that was on that drive was gone. I was really fucking pissed. And that's when my girlfriend came in, and she said, "Hey, sweetie, how you doing?" I told her exactly what happened, that my thumb drive got corrupted, and I wanted to do this, X, Y, and Z, but I couldn't do it without my computer. This had been, like, a couple months out from when my laptop broke. And she told me, "Well, I could always buy you another one." And I'm like, "What?" Like, "No, sweetie, please." And I was like, "No, sweetie, please don't." Like, and she was like, "No, I want to. I want to do this for you, alright?" And she did. She bought me, like, a cheap $400, $450 gaming PC. It was a fucking beast, I might add. Like, this is what I'm using to record right now. I'm not actually playing a game on it right now. I'm actually just using my capture card still. But, like, she bought me an AMD 560 GT thing with the AMD 560 GT, fucking no graphics card, I don't think. That's, like, one thing I was missing. But, like, it was a fucking beast of a PC. And, honestly, I couldn't thank her enough for it. And I was like, I felt like I was manipulating her because, well, I was like, oh, I was in a situation that was so bad, and like, oh, I was fucking complaining and complaining and complaining. And I was like, I didn't want her to do it, but she did it anyway, and it made me feel guilty because, like, well, I just fucking robbed her of, like, $600, and, like, I don't want to take handouts, but, like, on the other hand, it's like, well, did I really have a choice in the matter? So I was like, I just took it, My girlfriend wanted me to have it, so I just, like, I'll just have it, I feel guilty for it, but, like, she's willing to give it to me, and I'm like, I took it. was a gift, and I cherish it to this day. And since then, I've just been using my computer, playing Forza Horizon 5, my PS on my PS5 since that came out. My girlfriend got that for me as well, and I was like, "Oh, she's spoiling me rotten, I know, but like, it's also a case of like, well, what am I gonna do? You know? In this economy, there's really no other choice for me but to get handouts because I can barely afford my damn rent, and it's like, no. So, anyways, I feel like that should be a good place to cap off for now. And maybe if this does well, I might tune in for another episode where I talk about other stuff that happened in my life, more recent things that happened. Anyways, this has been Penny, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.